Hey, how are ya? Noxis Flak here, and I absolutely could not help myself. I enjoyed my last FTL playthrough so much that I will be doing another, hopefully, 8-part series. And I'm not going to make sure I win and then post them all. I'm going to post them as I do them, so if I lose, you'll get to see it. This will be using the same exact ship as before, but we'll be using layout B. And don't know why that overlay is acting that way. We will be naming this a bad boy ViceRoy. And for our crew, driving the ship will be me. That will be me right there. Engines, we will have the useless Who Am I? On weapons, who will be a Zoltan energy being, we will have the legendary Fakewaga. And on shields, we will have Saucy Boy. And let's start our next. So would this be a campaign or an adventure? The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. And then, for some reason, they're giving me a tip about the door subsystem. Alright, so let's talk about the ViceRoy. See if I can solve that. No, that's really annoying. I don't know if through a video recording we'll see that. The ViceRoy has four basic lasers. All of them only shoot one. But, in total that means they shoot 4. But what's very cool about that is your boy Fakewaga on weapons here gains weapon skill, currently is at 0 out of 65, for each weapon shot. Which means every time I fire one salvo, he gains 4 level experience, as opposed to firing one big and fancy gun, he only gets 1 level of experience. So very quickly we will have a very high level weapons guy, and we can change out these weapons for something better. Here's our map, this is the exit, this is where we are right now, and I'm feeling a nice loop around to the exit. Let's go straight to a distress beacon and see what they have to say. As soon as you arrive at the distress signal, shots are fired towards your ship. A trap. This one seems pretty easy. These missile launchers are a little scary, so we'll fire all 4 at the weapons. This is some sort of ion weapon. I'm not too concerned. To raise our dodge from 15%, I'm turning off our medical system and putting more power to engines. Fire. Ooh, 1 salvo. You are considerably more well armed than I would have thought. We surrender. So, I'm not using any missile weapons, I'm not using drones. If it was fuel, maybe, but I want scrap, and 13 is not a lot. That is annoying. Just firing at systems at this point. Saucy Boy got a little distracted by that. Prepare the hull. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap materials. We got a few more. Let's turn on the health bay, because we're going to need it. Something I completely forgot about, or I should say more accurately did not know about, and considering how much of this game I've played, it's rather embarrassing, is the save crew positions. So I can move Saucy Boy to the med room, he got hurt last battle, and then I can click return crew to their stations, and everyone will go back to the rooms they're in right now. Believe it or not, I never knew about that. On to the next beacon. You find a small space station that appears to be abandoned. Let's examine. You approach cautiously, but you detect no danger. It appears to have been a small rest stop that was abandoned a while ago. You take what few supplies you can find. Well, 12's not a lot, but it is more than nothing. On to the next one. You detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. I want scrap. Intervene. Also, I should point out that that missile hit us in the last battle because our weapons guy, who am I? Our engine guy, who am I, was just garbage at dodging it. Okay, he heard me and he dodged all of those. We're not going to be nice to him about it, though. I targeted the weapons. It's red. It's not working at all. Going shields, oxygen, and their driving system. Yeah, they're pretty much done. Let's go shields and shields and weapons. And let's watch this go up by 4. From 16 to 20. Quagga is going to be a very skilled weapons expert. The outpost hails you. The pompous, can't say that on YouTube, expected free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for the help. We're at 100 scrap and barely halfway through Sector 1. That's not too bad. I'm going to go here because it'll allow me to see what this site and this site is. If there's a store, I want to stop there. By the time you notice the rebel ship behind the beacon, it is too late to avoid the fight. I don't want to avoid the fight. You have one basic laser. Let's take out the shield so my next salvo doesn't have shields to worry about. Very nice. Weapons, drive, oxygen, drones. Next shot will be 28. Wow, that is fast. Ooh, an augmentation, fire suppression, and fuel. So I'm going to accept that offer. Very nice. Let's get this back going. Who am I won't know what to do with all that energy in the engine room anyway. You have arrived at the beacon to find yourself dangerously close to a star. An automated rebel ship, impervious to the heat, moves in to engage. So these ships don't have any people on board and the rooms are void of oxygen. They don't have an oxygen system. So they are perfectly safe here. And the game will let me charge my FTL drive faster, both if I have more power to the engines and if the other ship is not there anymore. So we want to get out of here before our ship starts catching on fire. Let's see what happens. If there is a fire, I'll have some rooms without oxygen in it to put out the fire. Nope, we're good. Let's get the heck out of here. Is there a fire? Did it make it? You pick up an automated message from a nearby space station. There appears to be a local shipwright that can perform emergency work on military ships. Inquire. They offer to upgrade your piloting subsystem in exchange for some scrap. So 13 I believe is less than the 20 it would cost, so that is a good deal. No fires on the ships. You can manually close doors, or you can hit close all doors. Finally a store. Now I want to go we're getting kind of close. I'm going to go here first and then go to the store in an effort to get more scrap. Looks like I could go here, and then store, depending on how fast the rebels are creeping up. You arrive near a damaged and dilapidated space station. It appears to be abandoned, but you detect faint life signatures on board. Board the station. Oh goodness, all around you is the stench of death and decay. The life sign readings must have been malfunctioning because you really doubt anything could be alive in there. You return to the ship. Oh, if I detected weak life signs on a ship in space, found only dead things and couldn't find anything alive, I would be freaking out. Something microscopic is on me. There is an alien situation. Oh, I'm freaking. Oh, that'd be spooky. Your jump leads you to nothing but empty space. The jump beacon serves no purpose other than a connection. That is boring. Alright, store time. We've got 138 scrap to work with. Alright, what do we have to sell? I'm not planning on getting rid of the fire suppression system unless I have a really good deal. I wanted more crew. The Hull Smasher Laser Mark II fires 3 shots and does ×2 damage in systemless rooms. That's a pretty good weapon. I don't want drone control. We don't have enough crew for a teleporter to justify one. So I'm going to get a Hull Laser, but understanding that I'm not going to use one for a little later, because I would have to get rid of some of these guys. We're still training Quagga. But that's an investment in our future. You arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful material while we wait for the FTL to recharge. Obviously, we're exploring 6 fuel. That is awesome. And this is the exit of Sector 1, a civilian sector. I don't really have much of a choice. We're going to hang out with some Mantis people with a hostile sector or a nebula sector, or Mantis that leads to a unidentified nebula or civilian sector. So we're going to go to the southern Mantis controlled sector. It's only southern on the map. I know it's space. Don't give me a hard time about that. And that is the end of part 1 of my second playthrough of FTL. We are flying the ViceRoy, which is the greatest title you can ever achieve in life. If you liked the video, why not leave a like? If you want to see more, why not subscribe? And if you have any sort of special requests for character names as I pick up crew, why not leave them in the comments? I will respect the first few people who give their usernames, as long as they're appropriate. This has been Noxis Flak, and I will see you in the next one.